When you lose weight, you also potentially lose strength. You don't be messing around too much with your weight if you're kind of training competitively.
Yeah. Just a kind of variety of vitamins and lots of cod liver oil.
I'm meant to take about 12 a day. And if you look in the cupboard, we're all at it, so everyone in the house pretty much. I'm actually supposed to have 4 olives, an ounce of steak and 1 walnut, green stuff, and some pepper. Actually it's a cup full of pepper. Started eating a paleo diet, and I'd mentioned it to someone and they said, oh, do you CrossFit? And I was like, no, because the two are quite interlinked.
A normal gym, everyone's kind of just got their own agenda. They just go in, heads down, headphones on, running on the cross trainer. You don't really speak to many people, but within CrossFit Plymouth, as soon as you get in there, even if you're a new person, so it's a really nice community. I couldn't join when you joined. I didn't have enough money.
It's a bit of a bad thing as well, because you'll go in there and you end up chatting for ages and don't really get very much done. It's a whole kind of CrossFit community, and people do kind of see it as being a little bit cultish. It felt alright, it felt fine. It was literally just when I got up there, my elbow.
Well, which is why you kept I'm useless in the gym on my own. I'm not very motivated at all.
You know, you've got your kind of smaller community within our box, and then we all kind of come together and compete as well. Whoever's coming last, if they seem like they're struggling, everyone else kind of gathers around them and cheers them on. I hadn't felt like that since I'd been in the military, that kind of real kind of camaraderie.
The programme that I have been following has been about five times a week.
I had never really stuck at going to the gym, found it a bit intimidating, didn't really know what to do, would never go in the weight section because it was always full of men, and just as a female I felt quite intimidated by that. Me and Emma are both professional dancers, so we're quite fit and active anyway, and I always wanted to do something that was some kind of strength programme that would help me as a dancer. No, I don't feel like I actively try and make a statement, but I think we do. The very first time I ever picked a weight up, and I found it completely intimidating, really struggled with it at first, and then after a couple of weeks I found it really empowering. Sometimes you do go and train in a normal gym, coaching some of the guys about correct technique, and I think because of the dance background you become very physically aware, so actually it aligns itself quite nicely with weightlifting, which is all about technique. There's quite a lot of military language I found.
They write the workouts on the board, so they shorten a lot of stuff.
You are encouraged to keep a training log. When you're writing everything down, you don't want to be writing everything out completely. You don't want to write
sumo, deadlift, high pull. Just put SD,
ME,
max effort,
or AMRAP.
As many rounds as possible.
As many rounds as possible.
WOD is workout of the day.
T2B would be like toes to bar.
HSPUs, handstand press-ups.
It looks like a kind of secret code, which I think is where the cult thing comes in a little bit as well.
And we both grunt at each other. If we're going back to a movie, we're like, oh.
Whose idea was this? I try and go early mornings, so that means getting up at 5 o'clock. little bit, but I feel so much better for the rest of the day. I think it kind of took over my life a little bit when I first started, because I think it does.
I'm going to try the British weightlifting competition. Sometimes I have to remember that actually I am a dancer and this is just kind of a hobby. Sometimes I think I take it a bit too seriously. I also am a CrossFit trainer within the gym, so I take some of the sessions down there as well, so I coach people. It's kind of nice for me that everything is my hobby and my work.
I don't take it probably as seriously as Emma. I will have gaps where I won't go for a little bit, but it's normally because of injury, and because for me the priority is the dancing. Breath is really important. When you're breathing in and when you're breathing out.
For example, for squat, you'd want to breathe in, hold your breath and go down, and on the way up, if it's heavy, that you normally get a bit of a sticky point. That's when you would exhale. I think everyone's got a sound, haven't they?
Yeah. That workout that we did the other week that you and that was getting quite noisy.
Swearing.
Yeah.
You're never going to get it right until you've done thousands upon thousands of repetitions of the movements. Embodying that and getting it set in your muscle memory. Ugh. And if you train bad repetitions as well, you get those things set in your body that aren't meant to be there, and then you have to go right back to the start.
Weightlifting especially is a little bit like ballet to me, I think. You're always striving for perfection, but you're never really going to get, there's always going to be something that you can improve.
Always something.
You correct one thing, but there's like so many things. It's like you need to work this, and this, and like, okay, just give me one thing to work on first. I'll get that right. Always getting told off by my feet. For like 2.5 months, the head coach there wouldn't let me put any weight on the bar. It wasn't until I finally managed to get in the correct position that I was allowed to start putting weight on, so there's my little baby bar.
I think sometimes on my own I start talking to the barbell, which is just like right.
Like when Shelley was coaching me, that was all she was saying, she's like, you need to get aggressive with the bar, be like, I'm going to have you. It's maybe like 4 or 5 of the guys who train in there together every morning, and they're always shouting at the bar and like swearing at it and kind of go over like, oh, come on, have it.
Weightlifting, you're meant to be like quite respectful of the bar.
So it's finding that balance between being respectful and being aggressive as well.
Once you've got the bar overhead, you can't just drop it because they will red light you and say that's a no lift. You have to guide it down. It is like once you've got it, it's an extension of you. I've got guns now.